dig into this thing. Well, welcome everybody. This is the final summer shape up, wrap up, huddle up. What up? We're done with the challenge. We're wrapping things up, and Craig, it's been a rock and roll July, has it not?
It has been. It's been a really great challenge, and it's nice to have something as the summer gets started to kind of get us dialed in and focusing on the things that matter most.
Yeah, well, Craig's right in the middle of a nice bike ride or race or something, so he's pulled off into a safe zone, I think, to join us for tonight's huddle up. That's about prioritizing these huddle ups right there, brother. I appreciate it.
That's right. Yep. This is I'm out here at Portland International Raceway, and we started this hand cycle series about 6 years ago, and so this is the kickoff night, and it's exciting.
I love it, man. Well, we got a super cool agenda. We're going to fly through it in 30 minutes or less. We got some updates on the challenge to give to you. We've also got some healthy stress management tips. We typically do those in our challenges, but because this was the 4-week challenge, we didn't get to them in our weekly huddle up. So we're going to share a couple with you just to help you to kind of transition out of the challenge. We're going to share some really cool post-challenge support options, and you're going to be super excited about this special super secret reveal. I tried to come up with a fourth S. Maybe I should have come up with a surprise or something. But it was going to be the 4S super reveal. And we're going to talk about the next challenge, just to give you some insider tips to what you can prepare for and how you can use the challenge to get your friends and family members on board with getting healthier and introduce them to what it means to create health in their life and take shape for life. For those of you who have not weighed out, tonight at 11:59 is the last hurrah, the last deadline to get logged in and to weigh out. If you have any reason that you're struggling with technology, you can go to the challenge instructional videos over on the right-hand side of your screen, and it's going to be something that you can watch the little video tutorial if you forgot how to do it. If you get stuck, just email support@meltdownchallenge.com and send them your way out photo along with your login information, and they'll be able to figure it out, and they will give grace if you have some technology difficulties. If you forgot where to find the challenge wall, you can just go to the meltdownchallenge.com website, and you can click on the little login button and then enter in your email address and password, and then just click on the little arrow next to your name, and it'll tell you where your past challenges or your challenges are, and you can go find the challenge wall after you've logged in. So just as a quick review, I'm going to have Craig jump in here and talk a little bit more about some of these principles. We talked about these at the very beginning of the challenge, and just as a quick review, if you didn't do well as you wanted to in the challenge, these are some things to reflect upon, not for the challenge, but for your own personal health. So the first and foremost thing is that, did you get your healthy habits every day? Did you practice and earn the points that you wanted to set out to earn? The points were directly correlated to habits, and so if you didn't get your points each time, that's okay. It's a learning experience, and you don't have to get points to be healthy, but it's a great way to come back and look at, how many habits did I practice? And if you got a bunch of points but you didn't really do your habits, you just became a Pac-Man of healthy habit points, well, that's cool too, and hopefully you learned some stuff in the challenge, but the only person that you're really fooling is yourself. And so going back and reflecting on, what are the things that I can learn from my experience in the challenge and those points that I got? And in regards to health, maybe you started this challenge with the mentality that you were going to really go after it, and then priorities changed. So where are you at now? If you didn't prioritize your health in the challenge, will you prioritize your health now? If you did prioritize your health in the challenge, are you going to stop prioritizing it? This is a good thing for you to kind of reflect upon, to decide what you're going to do in your future, because if you don't continue your journey, and if you don't make health a priority and start organizing your life around the things that matter most to you, you're oftentimes going to fall prey to some unhealthy choices, and all those things that you gained in the health challenge are going to go away. Craig, you want to jump in and just talk a little bit more about the idea about having a solid plan and having goals beyond the challenge, because I know that you're real passionate about that.
Yeah, the challenge is, it's like when we think about our health, health is not going to be achieved, optimal health
Hey, where's your face at, man? You're showing us the tires. We want to see that good mugshot of you.
Oh man, hey, let me switch it around there. How's that?
There you go. That's better looking.
Sorry, I couldn't tell what I was seeing. I can't see. Anyway, yeah, the thing is that if you think about health is more of a lifelong journey. And one thing that I know is I'm not as healthy as I want to be, and I've decided to work on it every day for the rest of my life. And so if you think about it, these challenges, they come and they go and they come and they go. They're a great asset and a great tool. But really what I find that's made the biggest difference in my life is connecting with like a health partner. So I've got a health coach. I know, David, you've got a health coach. And the reality is that most people, I talked to someone today, and this friend of mine, client of mine, she says, I know what to do. It's just doing it. And I said, yeah, I know. So what's it going to be? We can go on and say that for the rest of our life, or we can say, what if the difference between only knowing and doing was that you teamed up with somebody else and you became a stronger force? Two is stronger than one. And so so I would encourage people, I know you're going to give some examples of ways and solutions that you and I have both taken advantage of that have made the difference. I know for me, I lost 50 pounds, and that was 6 years ago. And so I've been working on optimizing my health, going faster and faster. And here's just a simple little example before I pitch it back to you. Out here at the Raceway, my fastest time ever for an hour is 21.9 miles an hour. And today, this is the season opener, and I'm at 22.3. And I've done 13 miles so far. And so I'm faster starting this year than I was ever, in the past. And that's just because I'm practicing habits of health, and I'm connected to my health coach, and I'm working on my health. So I know you're going to tell us a little bit more about how this optimal health program really works and all the different ways that they're knitted together to really make this a long-term successful installation of healthy habits.
You bet.
Well, I'm going to go back and do some racing. So I'm
going to get after it, brother.
Let you rock it.
I appreciate you stopping in to see us. All right, take care.
See you. Bye-bye.
So in terms of being prepared, I mean, that's some of the stuff that Craig was just talking about is that being prepared for the future and being prepared for the obstacles that you're going to face outside of the challenge. Because some of you had some great success. You're a winner. You met your weight goal. You got your points. But now what? And oftentimes, as they say, that people are either going into a challenge, they're in a challenge, or they're coming out of a challenge. And I'm not talking about challenge in terms of a health challenge. I'm talking about a real life challenge. Maybe it's a relationship challenge, or a real struggle in your finances, or maybe it's a struggle in your career, or vocational issues that are popping up. Maybe you got a manager that's really riding you hard, or something of that nature. And oftentimes what we find in the challenge is that people get blasted. They get blasted out of the sky by something. And it could be the fact that they just get bored with eating healthy, or they get lonely. Maybe there's just a certain sense of loss as maybe the kids get off for summer, or maybe they get off to running around doing their things, and people just get to the point where they're missing somebody, or maybe they're angry at somebody, or sad, or tired, or eager, or distressed. I mean, we all go through this thing called life, and we oftentimes get blasted. But it's about how you're going to respond to getting blasted that's going to lead you to a lifetime of optimal health. You're not always going to be perfect, but how you respond to the times that you get blasted is what's going to determine whether or not that you stay in that thriving life, in that thriving quadrant that Dr. Anderson talks about in chapter 21 of his Habits of Health book. I thought maybe I'd throw it over to Amber to talk about some of the stress relief tips, because I know that she's been very successful in her own health and helping lots of people to decrease stress to overcome the challenges of life to come. Amber, you want to share just a little bit of your perspective on how to decrease stress?
Absolutely, David. I'd love to. I love this first point, is de-stressing your job. How many times does our work life really affect everything else in life? And so sometimes you have to really just dig deep and go, is this what I meant to do forever if I'm working in a stressed out environment? Another thing is exercise. This is huge, lowering the inflammation. And it just it's a release. A lot of times people will try to be exercising for weight loss, But what you find is that you just get hungrier and you kind of rationalize bad decisions in the kitchen. But if you're exercising for health instead, that and relieving stress, it's a whole new orientation. So I love that. And get out with people that you enjoy. What kind of relationships do you have? Are you hanging out with people who build you up, people who light up the room when they come in or when they leave? So that can cause a lot of stress. Spending time outdoors, that's huge. Connecting with nature, getting quiet. Have you ever had the power go out in your house and all of a sudden you're just like zen? That happened to me the other day. I was like, oh, I wish the power could go out more often. Everything's so quiet. So get out in nature. Getting a massage. I went and got a facial on Monday. I never miss my massage and facial. I get one of each per month at least. Laughing. This is huge. It's very cathartic to have just like a really good laugh. Focusing on the positive. I think that this is really apparent like in social media. If you scroll down your news feed, kind of count and see how much is positive versus negative posts and complaining and I wish it were Friday, or that'll give you a clue what's going on in some of your friends' lives. And then deep breathing. This is probably would be my top tip. Is if you're feeling stressed or there's a lot going on in your life, just take like 30 seconds and just breathe in and out. Just really focusing on your breath. It can make a huge difference in that stress level.
Yeah, and so many of us need to, be reminded of these tactics. I know I've been doing this for 7 years, and just as you were talking about Facebook and just, all the anxiety that's going on right now in the world, sometimes we just need to take that moment when we don't have the challenge reminding us to take 10 deep breaths, is that we really need to go back to that stop, challenge, and choose principle that Dr. Anderson talks about and really shares with us in his health coaching program. And if you haven't already downloaded the ebook, the free ebook, I would encourage you to contact your coach or the team leader and ask them to get you a copy of that, or you can take a look at the link right here on the screen. tsfldownload.com will take you to the actual ebook, and it's about 105 pages, but it's really colorful. There's lots of great pictures, and he just really walks you through the 3 steps to creating optimal health, and it gets you started on a process that we call our journey to optimal health. And if you reach out to your coach or your team leader, they can talk to you a little bit more about the principles that they've used to create health in their life, and even introduce you to some of the people that they're working with alongside to create this trilogy. And I know Amber's got an amazing story. Some of you have heard it before, but I want you to listen to it tonight about what she was able to do with her life. And when she wasn't doing so good, she was blasted, and she didn't accept that as her current circumstances. She actually transformed her life, and now many others. So Amber, share a little bit more about your story.
I'd love to. Thanks, Dave, for having me on. One of the things that I was thinking of earlier when you were talking is how a lot of people in the challenge are kind of going at it alone. And that's kind of how my husband and I were, how many years has it been? I don't know, over a dozen years ago, when I was overweight and found myself with high cholesterol, pre-diabetic blood sugars, and just zero energy. And we just kind of went at it alone. And my husband and I was able to actually be pretty successful getting my weight off. It kind of was stressed that I was going to just gain it all back. And my husband was able to lose some weight, but just stayed on a plateau for a long time. And it wasn't until we found Take Shape for Life that some of that stress just kind of melted away with the healthy body side of the trilogy wheel that Dave showed just back a slide, that I no longer felt like I was stressed about health. I had these tools. I had a simple program that it just made it feel like I got this. Like Jan Paxman, one of my friends, says, I cracked the code. We really felt like we just cracked the code on health. So we started coaching, and with the health plan at the same exact time. We had already seen success in a lot of friends and family, and a lot of you have probably seen success with other challengers on your team. And lost our weight, but really one of the biggest things that affected us was the healthy mind and the healthy finances. We were in just terrible situation with our finances, and really starting to coach was such a huge blessing for our family. Our very first full month of coaching, we actually made enough to pay our house payment, and we really were just terrible situation, would have lost our home. And it's amazing how the different areas of the trilogy, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, they affect each other. And when we were struggling so much financially, it was really stressing us out, taking a toll on our bodies as well. So really becoming part of the Take Shape for Life family, it's just made our life turn a complete 180. I just feel like that it's affected us so well over the years. We've been coaching for about 7 years, and I just cannot thank my coach enough for offering this to us. I mean, I don't even know where we'd be today. It's just changed us so much.
Yeah, and we have a lot of challengers that are going right from the challenge into a 28-day focus group. And so if your coach is maybe offering one of the focus groups, these are great resources. And Amber, maybe you could touch on a little bit more of how they are nice kind of structure outside of a challenge, and they kind of keep you in line before the next challenge starts.
Absolutely. A lot of my clients, we're going to be starting the focus group on August 1st, but your coach might be doing something completely different. You'll have to check with them. But basically, it's just something to all of us getting together and focusing on different topics. And it really entails kind of being 100% all in. Like, no more toe dipping. Like, really, if you want to be part of the family and do the program full blown and really dive into the books and have access to that personal health coach, then I say jump into the focus group. Like, really give it your 100%. Because a lot of times, sometimes we do the toe dipping, like, oh, maybe I'll drink more water, and that's great to form new habits and to really have lifelong not just getting the Pac-Man points, like Dave said, like eating them up and gaming the system, but really saying, okay, I'm ready. And my only question is, what's holding you back? What is preventing you from really going after it 100% and gaining that optimal health that you have really wanted?
That's great. And just taking that next step, and it's not about, doing one specific thing. There's no one size fits all strategy, but there is one system that we can all be a part of, and one optimal health community. And that's what we're basically inviting you to take a step towards us. If you'd like to be a part of that community, talk to your health coach, and they'll end up guiding you on how to take those next steps. And they'll customize something that fits your particular needs. If it's something that you want, something real simple, they'll give you a real simple plan. If you have a real customized strategy you're looking for, they'll even help you to get on the phone with a nutritionist free of charge, or a personal trainer, and help you to customize a plan. Next, I want to bring up Michelle DeFabio, and I want Michelle to just talk to the people that are out there right now that maybe didn't succeed in the challenge. A large percentage of people didn't succeed in the challenge, and they're going to watch this recording because they're going to still be looking for answers. And could you share with them a little bit of your perspective?
Sure. I love this. I'm 7 years too. 777. That's pretty funny. So 7 years ago, I was a classroom teacher. So I love this idea of not wanting anyone to get left behind, right? We want to move everyone through the continuum and get you to your goal, and nobody's getting held back. There's no holdbacks. I've never held anyone back in my career. So what we want to do is think about, what were your goals when you got into this? And, maybe you had some successes and maybe you fell down a couple times. But the good thing is we always have the next step. And I'm excited about these focus group options. I saw somebody ask, do you always get to contact the health coach that led? Yes, we're all here. So if you had someone leading you, they absolutely want you to reach out and let them know, how did it go for you and what do you want to do next? So rather than focusing on what you didn't finish, what was one thing that you did, and how can we help you build on that? So the focus groups are going to be awesome. I know for me, 7 years ago, I just didn't eat often enough. So a huge win for me was trying the program and realizing these little mini meals are saving me tons of time, and my kitchen looks great. because I'm not going in there to make 6 meals. And I certainly wasn't going to pack around a cooler of food to go to work. So for me, as a busy mom, when I started, this helped me keep my nutrition going. So I didn't go into the staff room and gobble up whoever's leftover cake was in there. Blink if that kind of happens at your workplace. So yes, if you got partway on your goals, reach out to your coach and let them know this is where I'm at today and what's next. And they absolutely have a plan for you.
Yeah, that's great. And, these lovely women have had great success with not only getting healthier, but also helping other people to get healthier. And that's part of their strategy for continuing the journey. It's not a matter of them figuring it out and then helping other people. They were helping other people while they were trying to figure it out, how they were creating health in their own life. So don't think that you have to have it all put together to join us and help other people. And that's the exciting news that I have, and this is super sweet. So if you've gotten away from the computer, come back. This is the super secret reveal. So we had some leftover incentive money from the challenge, and so we're going to do something really special. We haven't done this a lot before, but we are going to offer all of the current challengers who have not had a chance to take advantage of the Take Shape for Life program or haven't done so in the last 6 months. Maybe they're just reconnecting. They're going to get a chance to take advantage of a double rebate offer. We have about 30 of these rebate scholarships, we call them. But basically, you can get a $100 rebate scholarship if you decide to enroll in the program between today and when they're running out, or the last day is July 31st. So all of the scholarship standard qualifications are all listed at this link on the screen. You can contact your coach and they will be able to access the information. We've posted that in our private support system, so they'll be able to know exactly what to do. But all of the scholarship requirements are the same. It's all listed right on the helpful information section of the main challenge wall. But it's basically, you commit to doing the program, we're going to give you a rebate of $100. And if you decide to join us as a health coach and you want to pay it forward, we're going to give you $100 as a rebate as well. So contact your coach as soon as you can, because there's only 30 of them. And so I'm sure that they'll go quickly. But if now's the time for you to jump back into the game, or jump into the game for Take Shape for Life and jump into one of these focus groups, this might be your opportunity to get a little savings and to sweeten the pot for you to take a chance and maybe do something that you're not 100% sure you can do, but we believe that you can do it. And for those of you that are already a current challenger, we've got a special secret release for you as well. If you've already done the Take Shape for Life program, or you're currently doing the program, a couple of little secrets for you is that our Fall Health Challenge is going to start on September 12th, but it's open right now. So contact your coach for a link to join. And you can use the promo code FALLGAMES, all lowercase, all one word, and get $5 off of your challenge registration fee. If one of our wonderful health coaches who do a lot of work at no cost or no fee to the challenge, we appreciate you, and we're going to give you a $10 off coaches only promo code, and that is Fall Challenge, all one word, all lowercase. So we have some great opportunities, no matter if you're already a current client or you're a coach, or if you're a brand new client just getting started. We'd love to have you join up with us in the Fall Challenge. We'd love to have you become a Take Shape for Life client or coach. We got some super cool things planned for the Fall Challenge, including a fun team prize with lots of different team prizes, regardless of how many people are on your team. And if you don't want to participate in team contests, that's okay. You can bow out of those. We're not here to force you to do them. But we would love to have you participate again. We hope that you had a great time in the challenge, and we hope you take advantage of this special double rebate offer. And if you are looking for some next steps, here they are. Contact your team leader, challenge yourself to achieve optimal health, and expand your support system. Become part of our community. We'd love to have you be a part of it, and then choose to share health and hope with others, and invite them to the Fall Challenge, invite them to meet your health coach, and invite them to learn about Take Shape for Life. So Michelle, Amber, and the long departed Craig, thanks so much for being my challenge co-host this challenge round, and we'll see you again in the fall, okay?
Great. Thank you, David.
Thanks, you guys.
David.
Bye.